So a couple other tools that we have to gain access through concrete one of them is a Pomroy core drill. All right, this is your power unit. It is a 260 chainsaw body and power unit. All right, it starts exactly like our standard chainsaw does. The difference is it does not require bar oil, because obviously there's no bar on it. The fuel mix is the same, 50-to-1 fuel mix. You want to make sure that it's fresh within 30 days or so. When we store this on the rig, on the A-rig, we store it empty because we're not starting it every day, but we do try to start it every Sunday on our Sunday equipment check. The conversion kit is this device right here. So between the drive mechanism and our bit is the Pomroy adapter. Right? This is your water control device, so it allows water when it's in line to open and flow freely. When it's shut like that, your water is stopped. As with most of the other concrete cutting equipment, we want to make sure that we have some sort of water source to do a couple things to cool the drive mechanism and to keep down the dust. All right, so we have an adapter here, a few different ways that we can supply water to this tip here. The water can adapter through short hose, through this comes with the actual kit, the Pomroy kit. It's basically a standard bug sprayer. You fill it up with about 4 gallons of water, 3 gallons of water, and pressurize it, and then you can open up your valve and water will flow out. For us to make a breach with this device on typical 8-inch slab of concrete with rebar, it'll use about half of the container here of water. So we get usually 2 holes with every full container of water. A couple things to talk about on this particular one, because this is a real common area that we see these things break in. The components are plastic, so you got to be careful with them that you don't damage them. And this, to fill it, you have to push it down and lock this into place, and as you spin it, it comes undone. The whole centerpiece comes out like that, and then you fill it with water. To put it back in, and then make it hand tight. You don't want to crank it down too tight because you will damage it. And then to pressurize it, it's just a down and a quarter turn, and that allows that handle to come up, and you can pressurize it like a standard bug sprayer, and then lock it into position. Once you're pressurized, open up your valve, and water will start to flow from here and out the end of the bit. So when you're running this, you can start it in the morning and run it for a minute or 2 without water, but after that you're going to need water running through it. So this is one way that we can deliver water to this tool. The other way is through our garden hose adapter. Same fitting, couples on there, connect your garden hose to that, crack your flow, and then you're good to go with that. You can control your setting here. Another option, so that you don't have a garden hose right at this point here, we have an extension. And that connects on there, and the other end would go to our garden hose. So a couple different options there for delivering water. And as a last resort, we can apply water to the Pomroy system here and to the bit and try and cool it that way. So it will work that way in a pinch. All right. The bits on these, the tip of it is diamond impregnated steel. All right. When this bit rotates, it cuts through concrete, and it also cuts through rebar, just like our circular saws do with the diamond impregnated tip. The middle of it is hollow, and that allows water to pass through and to cool. And depending on the thickness of your concrete, that'll dictate what, how much of your bit is going to get worn. So to take these off, every once in a while, these will need to be replaced, and they'll get worn down from use. So to take it off, it comes with these two the wrench set. They're normally kept in this gray bag here, and they're two separate sizes. All right, one is 1 7/8, and one is 1 3/4. All right, so if we need to change the bit, the two wrenches, and these should be greased really well, because as the water and the concrete dust get in there, it'll have a tendency to get frozen in there. So you want to make sure that that stays greased up, especially in here, because what happens every time you use it, you want to take this off and clean it thoroughly, and make sure that you grease the bit. All right. So the threaded side needs to stay greased, the male and female both. So when you put it back on, it doesn't need to be super tight. You should be good to go. Cut.
That was.
All right.